Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here on Maui, and I'm actually at the Westin Maui, where we've just been working with a lot of Journeys curators, travel advisors, the top sellers of Journeys, and we all stayed here at the Westin Maui. And I'm here with Mike Cass, who's the general manager of the property, and we're going to talk to him about this great hotel, this great resort, and what's been going on with it recently, and you're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Mike, first of all, thank you so much for hosting us. It's been great for here for the 3 days. As you say, you can't go wrong with Maui, right?
I don't think 3 days is long enough to be on Maui.
Can I stay a little longer?
Yeah, a week's fine, sure.
Okay, so we'll work on that one because I've really been working actually lately. Let's talk about this property, but tell us a little bit about the history of the Westin Maui.
This is one of the original resorts here in Ka'anapali. It opened in the early 1970s. I actually still have an associate from the original opening of the hotel, the Maui Surf Hotel.
Wow, he must know where all the bodies are buried here. I tell you, with all the different. No, X that bodies part. It's a wonderful hotel. It must have an incredible history, right?
Yeah, he knows a tremendous amount about a lot of our long-term guests who have coming back year after year. They come back with their children now, their grandchildren. And I think that's part of what sets this resort apart is the associates. They really bring the building alive.
So a lot of your staff has been here a long time, right?
Average 10 years, 15 to 20 years, actually.
Well, I got to tell you, the staff is amazing. I mean, your staff in the rooms and everything else, they get my room cleaned so quickly. It's amazing. I mean, in this day and age too, which is tough because we know that everybody has staff shortages. But so that's the history. It's been here for quite some time. And what about the location? Where exactly are we on Maui?
So we're on West Maui, in the best part of Maui, Ka'anapali Beach. Okay. This is really where America comes to play. This is the beach to be on. The weather's always perfect. The ocean's always warm. And I think the service here is always full of aloha.
Yeah, and it is. And you can actually go on the beach walk and walk down past a lot of other resorts all the way. And there's lots of dining. And you got great dining here. We're going to talk about that. Let's get to one of the things, because you recently finished a complete sort of renovation program here, including a kind of brand new refurbished tower. That's your luxury tower. Tell us a little bit about what you've done to the property.
So there's two towers at this hotel, the original Ocean Tower, and then over here a Hokupa'a Tower, which just opened actually at the late part of 2019, early 2020. And that's really this almost like a hotel within a hotel. It's our luxury offering within the Westin Maui. Has wonderful accommodations. They were completely renovated. Every room has either an ocean front or an ocean view. Then, of course, the beautiful Lanai area where people can enjoy wonderful...
I want to talk about that because that's special because that's a different thing. We'll talk about that in public spaces. But and then, of course, one of the things we're actually where we're standing. You kind of redid all kind of the pool areas, too. So you got a lot of really interesting topography of this pool area, right?
Oh, the pool is phenomenal. There's really 5 pools here, plus an additional whirlpool, and what we call over here our punch bowl, which is a heated pool with a sand bottom. So if you're not one of those people who wants to get on the beach, you can still have a beach experience here at the adult pool area.
I like that. So let's get to the accommodations here. How many keys do you have?
769.
Okay, and how many versus suites and things like that?
About 30 suites here at the resort.
And any suites you want to highlight?
Oh my goodness, I think we have a beautiful 2-bedroom presidential suite in the Ocean Tower. We have wonderful ocean front suites in the Hokupa'a Tower. Views of either the entire Ka'anapali Beach or the Black Rock area. I mean, they're all phenomenal.
No, that's great. Now, other big thing here is dining. And believe me, you've got some wonderful restaurants. Tell us about what you have here at Westin Maui.
Well, I think the dining offerings here are highlighted by Waikoko, which is a restaurant that's been created by Chef Morad from San Francisco and Chef Chris Kajioka from Honolulu. They've created a wonderful Hawaiian fusion restaurant here. It's actually open for breakfast and dinner.
Right. We had breakfast there yesterday. It was great.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it's the only promise I can't make. People will leave here probably 2 or 3 pounds heavier, but it's happy weight, so it's all good.
Yeah, so that's and it's I really someday I got to come back and do the dinners because the breakfasts are superb. And then you got a marketplace, and you got a lot of different places. You got a Starbucks, which is for some of us essential. So you won't go hungry. And listen, just down the beach, you got a whole bunch of restaurants and some of your sister properties, and so you can have a wide variety of cuisine just within walking distance, right?
There is, and I think, the other restaurant that we have here I'd want to highlight at the resort is Hale Mo'olelo. Mo'olelo means a story. We're talking about a story, and that's really where people gather each evening. We have live music and hula 7 nights a week here, and that's a wonderful place after the day to kind of come together as a family, group of friends, really reflect on the day. And we just started a new ceremony at sunset that we do with ava, which is a traditional Hawaiian root that is made into a beverage that helps with reflection and looking back at what you've done this past day and looking forward to tomorrow. So it's something we literally just launched over the last few days, and I think it's going to be something very authentic, very culturally relevant, and something you won't find anywhere else.
Now, what's the kind of cuisine at both of your major restaurants?
I think I would call both of them sort of Hawaiian fusion. A lot of seafood. Of course, we have great steaks, a lot of poke, raw fish. So if people like raw fish, we have a wonderful selection of sashimi and poke.
Now, what about the spa and things like that?
We have a wonderful spa, 8 treatment rooms. We have 2 outdoor cabanas, which are really great, overlooking the ocean. We have morning activities. We have yoga on the beachfront lawn.
Okay. I missed that this morning.
Me too. Me too. We also have twice a week, we have Run Westin program, which starts at the Hokopa'a lawn and really goes from one side of the beach walk to the other. And for people who, rather than running in the gym, why not do it outside, looking over the water the entire time?
I agree. That'll get me running, I'll tell you that much. Now, let's talk a little bit about, we alluded to it earlier, some of the other public spaces. The Lanai is really one of the big features that is in your luxury tower, right?
Yes, the Lanai is really a wonderful area. It's open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. We have a small breakfast bites in the morning. In the evening, we have small appetizers for our guests in Hokopa'a Tower. Wonderful place during the day to relax. It has its own bar up there. So maybe, if you're with your family, you want to come up, early evening before you go to dinner. Maybe during the day, if you're kind of working and vacationing, a lot of our guests do that nowadays. It's kind of a wonderful retreat to get a quiet area. You can bring your laptop up there.
I think I'm doing that later, actually. When I leave the room, I think I got the next 3 hours I'm going to be up there working. But it looks like it's a wonderful place. I just had breakfast there this morning. Really a nice breakfast, and just, it was totally enough for the day. Now, some of the other public areas, you got a great bar. I was passing by. I think everybody was watching the game last night or something like that.
Yes, Mo'olelo has a really great bar. Huge widescreen TVs that are there. Again, live music there as well, right beside the pool. And then if you look to the left, the wonderful views of the ocean. Great place for sunset.
Now, we had a lot of great travel advisors from Bernice here, and they sell this property. But what is your kind of thing? What is your takeaway? What are the things they should be selling, the aspects of this property they really should focus on when they talk to their clients?
I would start with Maui itself, right? I think Maui is the perfect island when people want to come to Hawaii. It has all of the advantages of a large metropolis in terms of dining and shopping, but at the same time, it's not overcrowded. It's very relaxing here, very peaceful. And when you come to West Maui, this is really the most beautiful side of Maui. The weather is always perfect, always sunshine. Even when we have like a passing rain shower, it doesn't last for more than an hour or so, typically in the winter. And then you have Lahaina, which is just about a 10-minute drive from the resort, which was, before Honolulu, was the royal capital of Hawaii. So a lot of cultural and historical significance to this place that we're in. And of course, all the ocean activities that you could want to do, from catamarans, coming right on our beach in front of the hotel. And then I think the hotel itself, you're coming to a hotel that's newly renovated, brand new, but at the same time has associates that have been here as long as 50 years. So they have a tradition of welcoming guests. When we talk about Aloha, when you come to this resort, your guests, your clients get the real sense of what that means from people who choose to work here and have done that year after year after decade.
Well, and the other thing I would say is that you're not too far from your sister property, the Sheraton, down the beach, and you can take a boardwalk, walk all the way down, and you're passing restaurants, you're passing this Whalers Village. It feels like a small town.
And I would say, our sister property at the Sheraton, they have a wonderful teppanyaki restaurant there. I just went there actually a couple of nights ago, and it's really quite fantastic. It's a really nice option to have. Nice, probably 10-minute walk from the resort. So really nice in the evening to go back and forth to the Sheraton. Works out very, very well.
No, it's really a nice place. You don't have to leave the whole complex here. It's great. Now, what about your background? How long have you been here as general manager?
Well, this hotel, I've been here since March. Okay. This is my second tour of duty here in Hawaii. I've been a general manager now for about 8 years. Had left Hawaii, was a general manager here in Hawaii, had left, went to San Francisco, Spent 3 years there and realized I really missed Hawaii. Maui.
I wonder why.
Exactly. Maui is home. This is home for me. This is where I want to be. This resort has just been phenomenal. And so many great things happening, including in the middle of next year, we're going to start renovating the Ocean Tower as well. Okay. So exciting things ahead in 23 and beyond.
Excellent. Now, just a final thought on there's so many wonderful properties in Maui, and you're obviously one of them, but what sets you apart in your mind?
There's so many things, but I think at the end of the day, it's the people. Because I think, when I talk about the beach and I talk about the hotel and things like that, it is quite beautiful, but I'm also realistic, right? That there are a lot of beautiful hotels, a lot of beautiful beaches in the world. And certainly as the world continues to open up, there's a lot of options. But what you can't find anywhere else that I have, I think, is our associates, right? And their commitment to service and the way that we enliven the Hawaii and the Maui culture here. And I think when people travel and they go to other places with beautiful beaches, a beach is a beach, a hotel room is a hotel room, but the experience that the people create, the way that they make you feel, is something you can't get anywhere else. There is something quite magical about that. And we talk about that every week. We actually do a meeting with all of our associates all together once a week where we get together and we're talking about what it is to create that magic with our guests so that they come back year after year. And in fact, last Friday we had a guest. This was his 21st year of returning to the hotel. The only year he didn't come was 2020 during the pandemic.
Well, yeah, that's great. I probably missed it a lot. That's one of the things is that when you engender that kind of loyalty and you have a lot of repeat business, that's absolutely an indicator of how good you are.
And selfishly, it's rewarding for us too. For those of us that have chosen this career and find this profession to be a calling, to be of service to people, it is really, really rewarding to have a guest that comes there who's now bringing his grandchildren with him. And to be a part of that, we become a part of what we call the Ohana, the family, and it's unbelievably rewarding, and it just makes you want to do even more for the guests.
Well, I'm sure he'll be back next year now that he can come back. Absolutely. Now, Mike, where can travel advisors go to get more information about the Westin Maui?
WestinMaui.com.
That's easy.
We try to make it easy, right? WestinMaui.com. Everything you want to know. We continually update that as things continue to evolve at the resort. So WestinMaui.com.
Well, Mike, I want to thank you. It's been a great stay, all too short, but I'm hopefully going to be back one of these days. I really had not been in Maui for a long...
No, don't hope. You got to come back. You got to make a tradition, okay?
I got to be part of the Ohana, right? That's it.
Exactly.
But it's a great property. It's wonderfully situated here, and you've done a great job here with it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. We really have appreciated it. I want everybody to know, I know, travel advisors, when they're giving their advice and counsel to clients, it's important, right, that comes true, right? If anything, that we only exceed expectations. I'm acutely aware of that and deeply committed that when you give, your name to this resort, we will over-deliver.
Fantastic. Well, there you have it, the Westin Maui. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.